Good morning. Is the mic on? Okay. Good morning. I'm Mary Utes. I use she, her pronouns, and I'd like to welcome you to Bucksmont Unitarian Universalist Fellowship's multi-platform worship, where moved by love, we share lifelong journeys of growth, wonder, and healing, nurturing wholeness in society and spirit, creating a community of justice and compassion. I'd like to give a welcome to everyone joining us online and in person today, members, friends, and those who may be newcomers to our community this morning. As we begin our service, please take a moment to silence your cell phones. If you are new to Bucksmont and visiting us in person today, please stop by our visitor center in the front hallway near where you came in. There you can also make a name tag for yourself and find more information about Unitarian Universalism, Bucksmont Fellowship, and upcoming events. If you'd like a hymnal or a printed order of service, those are available near the entrance to the sanctuary. If you are visiting us online or prefer digital methods, please email our office administrator, Beverly, to sign up for our email newsletter and to get connected to our congregation. You may also follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Bucksmont UU. Each week in our service, we offer time for people to share a joy or sorrow from their lives by texting a phone number. That number is shared on screen for everyone now and will be again later in the service. If you would like to see the order of service, details about upcoming services, and other ways to gather with our community, you can find that on the homepage of our website, www.bucksmontuu.org. There is a lot happening at Bucksmont, and we'd like to highlight these announcements in particular. If you are interested in joining our congregation as a member, our monthly UU and U conversation with Reverend Kevin and members of the membership committee will happen today at 11:45 in the library. Please support our Peace and Justice's partnering with the American Red Cross on Friday, June 21, from 1 to 5 p.m. to donate blood. One donation can save up to 3 lives. Blood is crucial for surgeries, trauma care, cancer treatment, and managing blood disorders. Your donation supports Bucksmont's vision of supporting our community. Welcome the pleasures of the coming summer at Gaia's Rainbow's Letha Ritual on Saturday, June 22. Meet and greet begins at 7 p.m., followed by ritual in the sanctuary. All are welcome. Bring food and/or drink items to share. See the e-voice for more information. And now we will have a special presentation.
Good morning. My name is Diane Breen. I use she, her pronouns. We would like to recognize Margaret Lee, our music accompanist and music director. Come on up here, Margaret. For all her hard work in keeping all this program going, and she does so much. We are truly grateful.
Thank you.
As we gather in our sanctuary, in our homes, or watch from mobile screens almost anywhere, we are all together. Those watching now on Sunday and those who may be watching months from now, we are joined together for worship across both space and time. This is a free, creedless religious congregation in the discipline of truth and the spirit of universal kinship. We join together in a cooperative quest for religious and ethical values, seeking to apply these values to the development of character, enrichment of the spirit, and service to all. You are welcome here, whoever you are, whomever you love, whatever the color of your skin or your country of origin, no matter your gender expression or gender identity, whatever your age, however you define family, wherever you are at this time, and whatever the source of your faith, you are welcome here.
This morning, as we do each time we gather, we kindle our Unitarian Universalist chalice. We do so today with words from George Kimmick Beach. In the mystery of life about us, there is light. It gives us a place to be, to grow, to rejoice together. It opens the pathways to love. In this place of friendship, there is freedom. Let the light we kindle go before us, strong in hope, wide in goodwill, inviting the day to come. Please light your chalice at home. Our common chalice is now lit.
Good morning. In case you missed it, my name is Margaret Lee. I'm the music director here, and I use she, her pronouns. As usual, I have work for you to do. We are going to sing this anthem after we bring the flowers up. So the roadmap is going to be, I'm going to teach you the song, then I'll return to the piano and we'll play some music while they bring the flowers in, and then we'll stand as we are, and we'll embody our spirit and sing this together, and Lynn will lead you. So, thank you. Okay, so repeating after me, you can remain seated for now. We stand on holy ground.
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 Wherever on this earth we stand.
Wherever on this earth we stand.
We stand on holy ground.
We stand on holy ground.
Beautiful. We'll sing it once through, just all of the whole verse. There's 5 verses, so you'll get plenty of chance to practice in the future. Okay, here we go. One time all the way through. 1, 2, take a breath. We stand on holy ground.
We stand on holy ground. Wherever on this earth we stand. We stand on holy ground.
In June of 1923, Norbert Čapek, founder of the Unitarian Church in Czechoslovakia, now the Czech Republic, began a tradition that we continue today, half a world and more than a lifetime away. The significance of the flower ceremony is that no two flowers are alike. So no two people are alike, yet each has a contribution to make. Together, the different flowers form a beautiful bouquet. Our common bouquet would not be the same without the unique addition of each individual flower, and thus it is with our fellowship. It would not be the same without each and every one of us. Thus, this service is a statement of our community. Like the flower, like our individual lives, so too our communal living is created together for this time and exists just like this, but once. And by our practice of gathering, we link together each unique gathering over time to create something that extends beyond the length of any of our individual lives. By our gathered flowers, we show our willingness to journey together in our search for truth, disregarding all that might divide us. I invite each person to leave the flower they will receive today outside somewhere later to become again a part of the interdependent web we care for, symbolizing our shared celebration in the larger communion of life to which we all belong. Before us are flowers gathered over the weekend from people who are participating today online, flowers gathered by our decorating committee and other volunteers, and flowers brought by people like you today. In a moment, Margaret will begin to play music, and I will invite folks to come forward when I step to our table, and you will receive a flower. We will have a single line that forms down the center aisle, and people can come up that aisle. If you cannot come up the center aisle, please raise your hand, and someone will bring you a flower. The idea of the flower ceremony is to receive a flower that is different from the one you brought. Today still this practice continues in the Czech Republic, and their current minister says that the moment when someone receives a flower from another is a magic moment in the ceremony. Instead of people coming forward and choosing their own flower, we are going to instead practice gifting a flower to the person behind you in line. So as you come forward, receive your flower from the next person. Choose a flower from the bouquet, turn around, and for a moment look into that person's eyes and gift the flower to the next person in line. I now share the words of blessing for the flowers that Dr. Čapek shared whenever he conducted his flower ceremony in Prague. Infinite Spirit of life, we ask thy blessing on these flowers, thy messengers of fellowship and love. May they remind us, amid diversities of knowledge and of gifts, to be one in desire and affection, and devotion to thy holy will. May they also remind us of the value of comradeship, of doing and sharing alike. May we cherish friendship as one of thy most precious gifts. May we not let awareness of another's talents discourage us or sully our relationship, but may we realize that whatever we can do, great or small, the efforts of all of us are needed to do thy work in this world. So may it be. Let us come forward now to gift a flower and receive a flower.
The offering in liberal religion is a vital part of our history of faith. As a covenanted community, people who freely choose to be here, our voluntary giving is symbolic of that freedom of choice. Each week at Bucksmont, we share our offering with a different cause or organization in the community. For the month of June, we are sharing with Be a Part of the Conversation. Be a Part of the Conversation is a collaboration of community leaders, families, educators, and addiction experts who believe that having meaningful, inclusive conversations about substance use will support individuals and their families in their efforts to develop healthy coping skills and access support whenever there is a need. The mission of Be a Part of the Conversation is to equip families and communities in Pennsylvania with skills and resources to understand substance use, addiction, and related health issues. They provide community programs, foster supportive connections, highlight lived experiences, and challenge stigma. We ask that you participate in our morning offering in one of these ways. You can write out a check to Bucksmont and mail it into the fellowship. You may donate online now or at the end of our worship service, or you may place your donation into one of the baskets as they are passed. We will now receive the morning offering. Our community continues to grow and thrive due to generous donations of both time and money. For the many ways that you contribute and how it sustains this fellowship, we are truly grateful. This morning's reading is adapted from Flower Sunday, 1969, by William B. Rice. On a day such as this, may a great change come upon us. The sounds we have been hearing have been discordant. The sights we have been seeing have been violent. The words we have been reading have been hateful. All this has been wearying, discouraging, and distracting. In our hearts, we had a dream of love, and in our minds, we had a pattern of community. But this has been a sorry season of discontent, most difficult for visions. Today is a new day, truly an hour for hope and joy and gladness. Let us be thankful for the persistence of flowers and open ourselves to their long wisdom. Often they grow in spite of terrible winters and miserable summers. Strange beauty greets us in unexpected places, as if there is a particular grace that is stronger than our carelessness and indifference. But when we tend our gardens with love and care, the reward can be greater than the effort. It is most wise to combine flowers and children in a day of celebration, for flowers and children ever speak to us of wonders and glories yet to be, of hopes fulfilled if we tend our gardens and our homes with patience and wisdom and love. Let us be silent together. Amen.
When I think about what it means to be a Unitarian Universalist, I usually think about the traditions we carry forward, like the flower ceremony, which has been happening for over a century, not because anyone or any authority said we had to, but because it is a ritual that so clearly encompasses our values. It did then, it has in the intervening years, and it continues to do so today. Traditions help ground us and give us a sense that what we are doing has roots. This can be a powerful thing when we live in a world that feels as though things are unraveling faster than we can collectively reweave them together. In 1969, on another Sunday, where a group of Unitarian Universalists were sharing this ritual, William B. Rice reflected to his gathered congregation a few words that Mary just shared. The sounds we have been hearing have been discordant. The sights we have been seeing have been violent. The words we have been reading have been hateful. All this has been wearying, discouraging, and distracting. Like then as now, times of stability may in fact be the rare, quiet moments in our lives, rather than the normal we are trying to maintain. How might it change our goals and perceptions to accept turbulence and change as the norm, and to instead know that the quiet times, the times of calm, are those moments to recognize as rare gifts, to gather ourselves in between what must be done? What if the traditions we choose to repeat are important because they are practices which connect us and help us regulate in an ever-changing world? They don't cause the world to become less chaotic. They help us to become less chaotic, which in turn helps us to navigate the world a bit better. Practices help us remember we are not alone and to recognize who our allies are in life. They connect us with one another not to keep us the same over the generations, but to show us how people have adapted and survived in spite of the challenges our ancestors faced and those we too have and will face in the future. Traditions are also not static. What we do today is not exactly what we did last year. What we do each Christmas or Samhain or Passover changes too. If traditions don't change, they cease to exist because they no longer meet the particular needs of those who need them now. While the words from our reading could refer to events of the past month or year, those events are still particular and unique to this time as well. They hold power, and the flower ceremony holds power, not because they meet the exact same need year after year, but because they reflect that each year we will have reason to resist violence and hate in the world. The way these things manifest do change over time, and so too do our ways to resist. The call toward community and the beauty of the natural world for inspiration doesn't mean our answers will be the same as they were in times past. What we are being called toward is creativity, too. How we create community and what beauty inspires us to do will be unique to the present moment in which we find ourselves. Along with our traditions as Unitarian Universalists, our heritage is also reflected in the adaptability we have as a people. We do not do the same thing generation after generation. We've been reflecting on this for a long time as well. Elbridge Jerry Brooks, who was a Universalist minister in Philadelphia in 1869, 100 years before today's readings, wrote, "The old theologies are dying. Souls are adrift. Minds are questioning and doubting. Hearts are hungering. Life is largely without center or mastery, except from beneath. What they need is spiritual arrest, quickening, anchorage. Ours it is, if we actually have any business in this world, to answer these great uses." So our purpose as a congregation and as Unitarian Universalists is to balance these needs in our present times. The need for stabilizing practices and patterns of community that are inspired by those who came before us, with the need to be ever creative and adaptive as we encounter the unique challenges of our lifetimes. We do the best we can, just as people in 1969 and 1869 did. Their answers were not perfect, and ours won't be either. Perfection is not the goal. Transformation is. UU religious educator and national leader in our tradition, Connie Goodbread, articulates our UU heritage this way. Unitarian Universalism is a path with practices and disciplines. The first is covenant, a values-based sacred promise we make to ourselves and one another. Covenant helps us understand how we will be together, what we can expect from one another, and what we hold ourselves accountable to. The second discipline is pluralism, the reality that many things are true at the same time, that each of us brings a unique experience and perspective to our community. And we are made richer by being bound to one another in covenant and sharing deeply our experiences and understanding of reality. If we practice covenant and pluralism, we will, as individuals, be transformed. Unitarian Universalism is a living tradition. Revelation is not sealed. The holy is alive and evolving. It is inside of us and larger than us. Individuals who have been transformed transform the world. Unitarianism, God is one. Universalism, God is love. Unitarian Universalism, one holy love for all. Just give it a moment. Perfection is not the goal, transformation is. Unitarian Universalism, one holy love for all, covenantal, not creedal, pluralistic, not fundamentalist, transformational, living, evolving, becoming. Change is the way of this path. Our goal is to do well enough to leave something of value to those who arrive next. They won't do things the same way we do either. But if what we hand off to the next generation is helpful enough, transformational enough, it will be adapted for the needs they meet and be remembered. What we transform and are transformed by will in turn transform and be transformed by others. That is what success looks like. That is what life looks like. That is what living looks like. May we remember, we stand on holy ground. Each land is sacred land. We cherish all that lives. We respect the web of life. Our heritage is one of transformation. So may it be.
Please rise in body or spirit and join me in singing hymn number 64, "Oh, Give Us Pleasure in the Flowers Today."
Let us now enter into a time of awareness within ourselves and connection beyond boundaries, connection to one another, to that interdependent web of life, of which we are but one small thread. As we breathe in, we are connected. As we breathe out, we are connected. I share with gratitude these words from Richard Gilbert. Speak, flowers, speak. Why do you say nothing? The flowers have the gift of language. In the meadow, they speak of freedom, creating patterns wild and free as no gardener could match. In the forest, they nestle, snug carpets under the roof of leaf and branch, making a rug of such softness. At end tip of branches, they cling briefly before bursting into fruit, sweet to taste. Flowers, can you not speak joy to our sadness and hope to our fear? Can you not say how it is with you that you color the darkest corner? The flowers have the gift of language. At the occasion of birth, they are buds before bursting. At the ceremony of love, they unite two lovers in beauty. At the occasion of death, they remind us how lovely is life. Oh, would that you had voice, silent messengers of hope. Would that you could tell us how you feel, arrayed in such beauty. The flowers have the gift of language. In the dark depths of a death camp, they speak the light of life. In the face of cruelty, they speak of courage. In the experience of ugliness, they bespeak the persistence of beauty. Speak, messengers, speak, for we would hear your message. Speak, messengers, speak, for we would to hear what you would say. For the flowers have the gift of language. They transport the human voice on winds of beauty. They lift the melody of psalm to our ears. They paint through the eye and hand of the artist. Their fragrance binds us to sweet-smelling earth. May the blessing of the flowers be upon you. May their beauty beckon to you each morning, and their loveliness lure you each day, and their tenderness caress you each night. May their delicate petals make you gentle, and their eyes make you aware, and their stems make you sturdy, and their reaching make you care. As we breathe in, we are connected. As we breathe out, we are connected. May our minds create a vision of the world radical enough to be called holy. May our actions contain the promise of hope and the commitment to justice. May our hearts remember that love is a power that resists all forms of fear. By our thoughts, by our actions, by our hearts, and by our very breath, may it be so. As part of our caring outreach to one another, we set aside a few moments to note both the sorrows and the joys in our lives. In these moments of peace and reflection, we turn our attention to one another. We hold each and all in our compassionate thoughts and the prayers of our hearts. This morning, we are adding stones to water. The bowl includes some of the water we gathered as a community back in September, so it contains the love of our congregation surrounding each joy or sorrow. As we add the stones to the bowl of water, our experiences are given weight and depth. We add a piece of our own stories to the collective waters of this community, a place that also holds the memories of those who have gone before and anticipates those who have yet to arrive. To share the joy or sorrow you would like held by our caring community, text the number that is now on screen. Please include your name along with your sharing. It is the same number no matter how you join us today, and you can add it to your contacts for future weeks. I will read them aloud, and Mary will add a stone on your behalf. What is shared today will go out in our weekly caring notes for those who cannot be with us this morning. Please remember to include your first and last name with what you share. And now we will add a final stone for all the joys and sorrows that remain unspoken and deep within our hearts. With stones gathered and remembrances shared, we honor our joys and our sorrows, those shared this morning, and the many, many more that exist beyond words. Through our time together, our relationships are deepened and our community made whole.
Please rise in body or spirit. Join me in singing our final hymn today. Blue Boat Home. It's one of my favorites.
Our chalice extinguishing words this morning are from Reverend Elizabeth Strong. The blooming season is short. The flowers stay only a brief time. We are travelers upon the earth, travelers through all too brief lifetimes. Therefore, let our moments be bountiful and beautiful. Let us rejoice in our unique colors, aromas, and sounds. Let us celebrate together in love, that as we travel away, we take with us the memory of golden hours together among the flowers.
As our community departs from this service, may we remember all who came before. May we imagine all who will come after. May we honor all who are present with us here and now. In our time together, we create this community, one of promise, one of commitment, one of transformation. In our time together, may each of us become a sanctuary for all we meet on the journey. May we go together now and return again. And as you can see, we still have an abundance of a bouquet. You are welcome to receive another flower or two to share with others beyond this service.